a quiet village nestled between stone walls and olive trees. There was excitement in the air. A wedding was coming. In those days, weddings were not small gatherings. They were grand celebrations filled with music, laughter, dancing, and torchlight processions through the night. The bridegroom would come unexpectedly to receive his bride, and those invited would join him in a joyful parade to the feast. On this particular night, 10 young women were chosen to wait for the bridegroom. They dressed carefully. Their garments flowed softly in the evening breeze. Gold bracelets shimmered against their wrists. Their hair was covered with delicate veils. Each one carried a lamp. Each one expected to enter the celebration. Each one believed she was ready. But heaven saw something they did not. 5 of them were wise. 5 were foolish. At first glance, there was no difference between them. They all looked prepared. They all had lamps. They all stood in the same place. They were all waiting for the same bridegroom. But preparation is not proven in appearance. It is revealed in endurance. The 5 wise virgins had done something extra before leaving. Home quietly, thoughtfully, without applause. They carried small flasks filled with extra oil. They understood something the others ignored. The bridegroom might delay. The 5 foolish virgins, however, assumed the wait would be short. They brought their lamps, but no extra oil. Surely he will come quickly, they thought. Why carry more than we need? The sun slowly disappeared beyond the hills. Shadows stretched across the stones. The air grew cooler. The sky turned deep blue, then indigo, then black. Still no bridegroom. Hours passed. The women began to sit down along the roadside. Their lamps flickered softly, casting golden halos around their faces. They talked at first. They laughed. They adjusted their veils. But as time went on, silence grew heavier. Midnight approached. Even the wise began to wonder, why is he delayed? The oil in their lamps slowly burned lower. The night became still. And one by one, they all fell asleep. Yes, even the wise slept. This story is not about never feeling tired. It is about what you prepared before the delay. Then suddenly, a voice shattered the silence of the night. A cry echoed through the darkness. Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him. Panic, movement, urgency. The women jolted awake. They stood up quickly, hands trembling as they adjusted their lamps. The wise reached calmly for their extra oil. They poured it carefully, watching the flames grow strong again. But the foolish, their lamps were sputtering. The fire was weak. The flame trembled. Smoke replaced light. Fear spread across their faces. They turned to the wise, desperation rising in their voices. Please, give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out. But the wise answered not with cruelty, but with truth. If we give you our oil, there may not be enough for all of us. Go quickly. Find those who sell and buy for yourselves. This was not selfishness. This was reality. Some things cannot be borrowed. You cannot borrow someone else's faith. You cannot borrow someone else's intimacy with God. You cannot borrow someone else's obedience. While the foolish ran into the darkness searching for oil, the sound of music began to rise. Torches appeared in the distance, and there he was, the bridegroom, glorious, radiant, arriving at last. The wise stood with lamps burning brightly. When he saw them ready, he welcomed them with joy. They joined the procession. They walked beside him. They entered into the wedding feast. And then the door was shut, not partially, not temporarily, shut. Later, breathless and distressed, the foolish virgins returned. They knocked urgently. Lord, Lord, open to us. Inside music played. Laughter filled the hall. But the answer that came was sobering. Truly I say to you, I do not know you. Silence followed. The opportunity had passed. And Jesus ended the parable with these words. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour.